Family planning is the practice of controlling the number of children one has and the interval between them, particularly with the use of contraceptive methods such as the intrauterine device IUD, pills, and injectables, or through voluntary sterilization. All over the world, family planning has attracted attention due to its importance in decision-making about population growth and development issues. Uncontrolled birth has been described as a major contributing factor to an increase in the world's population. Child dumping and maternal and infant mortality rates, particularly in Nigeria. Statistics from the National Demographic Survey puts the country's annual maternal mortality rate at 576 per 100,000 live births, a figure which experts say could reduce by about 40% if the country adopts family planning strategy.
Family planning is a strategy that, if it is adopted, it can curb our maternal deaths by as much as 40%. So if only our women and our men can begin to adopt family planning and space their children more. Now, take note, we're not saying that people should not have the number of children they want to have, but the point is they need to have the number that they can cater for and space those children so that the mother benefits from it health-wise, so that the child benefits from it health-wise. We live in a society where our culture and our tradition does not exactly support family planning. And for us to make a headway in our national development, we need to begin to adopt childbirth spacing.
There are a lot of cultural baggage which we have. In the old days of grandparents and great-grandparents, the more children and wives you have, the merrier and happier you are. Of course, everybody was living on the farm, so the larger family you have, the larger your workforce for your farm. Now, most people are urbanized, and you can imagine a scenario where you have to pay your rent, schools, the cost of school and everything. So it just makes common sense that we begin to review some of those cultural baggage that have been outdated and which it becomes difficult to give up. The statistics show, data show, that if you plan your families, that is, the mothers will be healthier, the family will be more prosperous, the children will grow up with more a guarantee of basic education and furthering their education.
45-year-old ROSELINE GABRIEL lives in a suburb of Lagos with her 14 surviving children. She shares her experience in her motherhood journey.
I have about 17 children. I lost 2. I have 10 boys and 4 girls now. I don't have any difficulty. It's by God. God gave me the gift, and I thank God for that. Anytime when I have a pregnant, I used to see my period good 9 months. Every 2 weeks. Like I want to give birth like on the 14th, the thing will stop on the 13th sometime. And my pregnancy to carry me 10 months. That 10 months, 2 weeks after that month, I will give birth. I know to give birth in hospital, in the home. After when my period stopped, I have a baby at home. I used to cut my placenta, everything by myself.
In some parts of Nigeria, parents have many children for several reasons. Some as safety net, just in case some of the children do not survive. Some as insurance strategy, hoping they would take care of them in their old age. And others as a result of crave for male children who will retain the family name. Among ROSELINE's children are 10 boys, but that didn't stop her from having more. I am aware of family planning, but the 2 methods I adopted failed, she says.
The last one I get, I do coil. The baby carry the coil in the hand, come out. Just small ring like this. You bring it out. I called my husband. My husband said, "What is this?" I said, "That's the family plan when I do." After 1 year later, I get pregnant again. I do that injection. Every time my tummy is big. So anytime when I went to hospital, they said there's no baby there. I said I'm pregnant. I see my pregnant. The doctor interviewed me, say I used to see my medicine all the time. I say yes. He said this one is not medicine. It's a fibroid. I said, doctor, it's not a fibroid. I do scan. almost 5 times. The scan come out where the baby want to enter 8 months plus. I do the scan. So first scan when I do, I take it to hospital. The doctor say I'm not a woman being, I'm a spirit. So you never see this type of case before. Where woman is too pregnant, is to see in period. So after 10 months later, I have the baby. So that is a coil, digestion. Digestion make me to bleed every time. I stop it.
Okay, so before you had this last baby, you were taking that injection? Okay, but even that injection did not stop you from taking it again?
No.
From having the baby? Or it was when you stopped taking the injection that the baby now came?
No, I take the injection with me. I used to go clinic every 3 months. They would feast another one for me.
And you still took it?
Yeah, still took it.
I'm holding David now, and David Gabriel is the 9th child of Rose Gabriel. And of course, from what the story Rose told us, David came out with the IUD, that's the intrauterine device, which she used as a method of family planning. And that's exactly why he's here. How old are you, David?
11 years.
11 years.
I'm the 5th.
The 5th. Okay. Now, are you comfortable with the number of children your mom has?
No.
You are not. Why?
Because if we are much like this, I wish we had just like maybe 4. We have been somewhere now. Even me, I will have been some level now. So since we are much now, it's not easy for us. It's not easy for my mom and dad to take care of us like this. So it's not easy. It's not even all of us that is going to school. But we are trying our best. They are trying their best.
I feel bad now because they even serve at the pity them that I don't have to give them. Because they cannot go anywhere, ask anybody pass me. That's why sometimes I will enter a room, cry. Even sometimes if I buy condo, I use it, it will burst. That's why myself I say no. If that were the case, make everything like that.
We are in a society where the culture tends towards giving authority to men. And it's men that take the bulk of the decisions in our society. And that basically will affect every aspect of our lives. And again, it's the women that die when they have children, when they are not supposed to have them. It's not the man. And that is why the man does not feel under any obligation to take decisions about how his wife spaces her childbearing, and we think an average man should take that into consideration all the time.
I sought to know if other Lagos residents have similar experience, and here's what they told me.
I have 4.
4 children?
Yes.
You never did family planning? So how did you space them?
I spaced them because my husband is a very strict person. So when I had the first one in 1998, I had another one in 2000. My husband said, if you are pregnant anyhow like that, you go to the village and stay. So he was very strict. I have to hold myself and also use I went to Billings method something in my church. Do you understand? So with that, it helped me, and this natural menstrual counting and all those while, so helped me to space the children 2 years. That was how I had my children. When a child is being spaced, the mother will be healthy and the child will be healthy as well, and everybody will be happy. But when it's clustered, you find that everybody is not happy. Do you understand? When it's clustered, the child will be suffering, the mother, the father, all of them will be involved, everybody will be suffering. Do you understand? So that is why it is good for people to space their children. So you find out the family planning that will work for you.
The first 2 was by choice, but the last one was some errors in between.
All right, now who was involved with the family planning issue? Was it you or your wife?
It was planned. It was discussed. We interacted and decided on that.
So who took family planning method, contraceptive modern method?
No. We are taking it naturally. No contraceptives. We use condom.
What do you think about contraceptive method of family planning?
Really, it's not natural. We have to be responsible. So you think of what you want and do it the way it should work out. So you can abstain when you believe that it is not necessary. You get what you don't want. You have children more than you can manage. You create a burden you cannot even consider the extent it can spread to. See children on the streets, can't pay school fees, can't do a number of things. What if you think of what you can do exactly and what you can really do correctly? I think that's the idea. You can do correctly and be proud of it.
Now, not many men will be able to control their emotions that way to abstain inside marriage.
We are all human beings. Decide what you want. If you can't do what you want, then you have failed as a man. You know, having children everywhere, you don't take care of anyone. So it's a personal thing.
After the second issue, things were not moving well. So I have to space the child very well so that I'm okay before I have another one. So that is why the space is.
How did your husband react to that when you were waiting for that 10 years?
No, he doesn't react because he's the one to provide for the home. And when he could not be able to provide on time because of no work. So he could take, he just take it and understand.
Which kind of family planning did you engage in while waiting for that?
Well, the koi type. The koi type is the one I use.
Did it work for you properly?
It's okay for me. And after, if I need baby, I remove it and I do my family. I have my baby. That is it.
So, how does Rose and her husband cope with bringing up these children given the hard economic situation in the country at the moment?
Yes, I have to do catering work and go and cook. My husband is a weaver. He used to weave this Ghanaian weaving.
Now, do you think it's enough to take care of these children, the income you make on a monthly basis?
It's not easy, but by grace of God,
you're surviving.
Yes, people are supporting me too.
I need money to join my business move, because this one I'm doing now, I just manage. If I do like 10, go there, that 10 I will make like 20,000. That 20,000 cannot feed me for the house, but I just manage. If the government say that if you want help, I need money to join my business.
Our country's ability to provide adequate educational and health facilities can be guaranteed if population growth is controlled. This is perhaps why the Lagos State government in 2013 established our 16.8 million naira family planning budget to support the strategy. This allocation has, however, remained constant since then, and this worries experts.
In Nigeria, we have the family planning blueprints, which had already been agreed on as far back as 2014, and which we see has the target of increasing the contraceptive prevalence rate nationally from 15 to 36%. And if that is done, we'll see that thousands and thousands of our mothers' lives can be saved, and thousands of our infants' lives can also be saved. And this is one very cost-effective measure which the governments at all levels can actually begin to implement.
So you're asking me to go and do family planning. If I get to the health facility, will I find the family planning method? So the government also needs to follow up by making sure that the commodities are available. It happens that Lagos State is doing something. Now in public health facilities, family planning commodities are free of charge. So beyond making the commodities available, the consumables as well that will go with those family planning commodities should be made available, so that as much as possible we take away those barriers that are not letting people go for family planning.
They can actually even legislate on some of the behaviors that we embrace that we're not supposed to be embracing, that we call culture, that when put under serious scrutiny don't stand the test of time. The government can actually legislate to make some of these things to change.
According to experts, family planning ensures quality health for mother and child and is key to unlocking the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, among other benefits.